Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is James, this is Jamie Dodger Flips. I am a full-time eBay reseller. As you can see, this is my garage full of items which I sell on eBay, all racked up, boxed up, and just ready to go. So it's currently Monday morning, 8 AM, so that means packing the weekend orders. We've had a crazy weekend. We've got 22 orders going out, which is mad for me. Usually my sort of busy sort of weekend would be 15 for me. That's sort of the number I've been sitting around recently. Anything over that, then I'm very happy. So yeah, 22 going out. All because I've made a few tweaks to the shop, dropping prices, going to the sort of market value, accepting a few lower offers, just to get it gone if it's been sitting a little bit too long. And yeah, just not countering offer. Sometimes if I counter offer someone, they completely blank you and you don't hear back from them ever again. And they don't even decline it. It's really annoying. They don't counter. So sometimes it's just good to just get it accepted, get the item gone, get the money back in, reinvest it into new stock, and just go from there. So firstly, I'll start with shoes because we've got a load of shoes going out, and then I'll go to the more sort of interesting, quirky items as always. But shoes are quite a big part of my shop, so I like to still show them in my videos, and I'll show you the sort of potential money you can make from selling pre-owned shoes. Alright guys, we've got quite a few orders to get through, so I'll start, like I said, I'll start with the shoes, and I'll work my way up to the biggest items in value, starting from the cheapest pair of shoes, working my way up to the sort of higher value ones, and the profits I made, how much I paid, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, so here's all the orders. I'll just be going through on my phone just to remind me of how much they've actually sold for, and I'll also try and like whack it on the screen down here for you guys. Right, so the first sale is these Crocs. This is actually the first pair of Crocs I've found. They get snapped up very quickly at the boot sales. If you find them, do pick them up if they're in good condition. They have to be the original versions of Crocs. I think obviously it's summer right now, so they're selling a lot better than usual, but they are very popular again. I paid £2 for these ones at the boot sale. They're a little bit grubby and the soles are a little bit worn, but they've sold for £12.99 plus postage. And next up we have these Nike Airs. These were actually from Bold Finds, from that little shoe deal we did. They're quite clean condition. Unfortunately, bit of damage. James selling me 40 goods, of course. I'm only kidding. Yeah, basically the little air bubble at the back had popped, but they do still sell with pop bubbles. For some weird reason, people still want to wear them. Obviously, without the popped air bubble, these will probably go for about 30, 35 quid in this clean condition. But because it's popped, I just thought I'll whack them on for like £10.99. And somebody, after about 24 hours, picked them up. So yeah, as you can see there, little air bubble. It's quite hard to show without actually wearing the shoe, but it has popped. And so at the boot sales, charity shops, do look out for that if they have the big air bubble surround there, because a lot of the time they have actually burst. It's something you don't really think about looking for, but just keep it in mind. Next we have these 6-inch, I think they're called Timberland Boots. 6-inch I guess is the height of the boot. These have sold for £20. I had them up for 25. Someone sent me a nice generous offer of 20 plus postage, so I took that. I think they owe me about £3 from the car boot. I was actually going to sell these at the boot sale we did last week, just because they were a little bit too grubby for me, but I thought I'll just chance it and give them a little clean up, because it's quite hard to clean on this sort of nubuck material. But I gave them a quick scrub and put them straight on the shop, and within about 48 hours someone had snapped them up. So 20 quid in the bank, £3 invested. Not amazing profits, but better than selling them for sort of 3 quid at the boot sale again. And you may have seen me pick these ones up in a recent car boot video. These are just basic Nike Tempos football boots, I think, not rugby. I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong. These went for £22.50. I paid £3 at the boot sale for these ones. I'm not an expert on football boots. Some of them sell for hundreds of pounds. Some of them, just like this one, very basic model, you'll still get, if they're in a sort of adult size, you'll still get sort of £15 to £20 for them. And yet another pair of Timberlands. These ones have sold for £27.99. They only owe me about £3 from the car boot again. That seems to be the sort of ballpark value I'll pay for the Timberlands at the boot sales. This one's youth size, so it's a little bit smaller, but I believe it's like a size 5. Yeah, size 5, but it's youth sizing, so I think the actual shoe itself is a bit more compact, if that makes sense. They've sold for £27.99, which is, again, amazing profits just from £3 invested. So don't pass up on Timberlands. A lot of the time they are very grubby and hard to clean, but these ones were quite fresh, so do buy them. There's always profit to be made. And next up we have the Shimano WS3. That's the model. These are women's cycling shoes. Just the sort of cleat clip-on cycling ones for road cycling. I guess they could be used for mountain biking as well. Depends what you want to do. Depends what pedals you have on the bike. I paid £5 for these ones at the boot sale. Picked them up because they are super clean. They look like they've been worn about once, maybe twice. Hardly any scratches to the soles, hardly any scratches to the cleat. And they've sold for £22 on offer. Had them up for I think £26.99. Someone sent me a best offer, 22 quid. Snapped it up, £5 invested. After fees, looking at around £14, £15 profit. And everyone knows this sole here. This is the sole of a nice Dr. Marten. This one has just come through about 15 minutes ago. So I'll include it in these weekend orders just because I usually do weekend orders Friday night to early Monday morning, so still counts, I guess. Yeah, I paid £5 for these at the car boot. They're very small, they're only a size 3, so quite a small size to sell, but of course they would still sell if you find the right buyer, which I have. £5 invested in it, that's an amazing profit. The guy at the boot sale said his daughter bought them and they didn't quite fit, so that's always a good sign as well, because it shows that they've hardly been worn at all, as you can see on the soles there. Yeah, just a lovely pair. The only issue with these ones is it's a bit sticky on the heel from where they put like a little like spongy little sticker thing just to keep your foot in, because I guess like I said, they didn't fit properly. Yeah, so I had to take that out and it's left a little bit of sticky residue, but I mentioned it in the description. Hopefully the buyer's okay with it and we'll wait and see. Alright, now we have the two big hitters of the weekend, shoe-wise. These are Anatomic & Co. shoes. These are sold for £42. I had them up for, I think, 50. Generous offer again came in, 42 quid. Snapped it up straight away because I remember I paid about £5 for these ones just on a Wednesday morning car boot. And they're brand new with the original box. I only knew of the brand because I used to sell these in my shoe shop days back when I was like 16 working in the shoe shop. And I just got that little bit of knowledge in my head. There's a bit of value in them. If you see them at the car boot, pick them up. And the brand, yeah, as I just said, Anatomic & Co. But still not the highest value sale. This is actually the highest value shoe sale. These went for £50 plus postage. I paid £10 for these Salomon sort of winter hiking boots, I think you call it. They're super warm. I tried them on actually, and they're just like, they're the sort of boot you'd like climb Everest in. Just really cozy and warm, really thick, almost like brand new condition. £10 paid at the car boot about a month ago, month and a half. I didn't think they would sell this season, obviously because it's so sunny outside, but people might want them for anything, little holiday in the mountains, I don't know. Right guys, so that's all the shoes out of the way. Let's get into all the sort of random orders now, all the interesting bits. So we'll start off with the cool Nintendo 64 Mario Kart game. I actually got 2 of these in a bundle for £25 at the boot sale. So whole bundle of Nintendo 64 bits, just the console, cables, and about 10 games or something like that. 2 Mario Karts. So I paid £25, that has sold for £22. So very good money to be made in that bundle. You can't see it because it's wrapped in bubble wrap, but this is the YT saddle that I picked up last week at the boot sale, the one I was selling at. Paid £3 for it and it's sold for £21 on eBay. It's like a brand new saddle. I wrapped it in bubble wrap just because in storage I didn't want the leather getting scratched up or anything, so just trying to protect it as much as I can. And this one sold in the early hours this morning, £22.99 for this one. £2 invested in it. It's a 6-second ab. Special thanks to Joe. I've already given him a shout out, but Joe Collector's Corners, he picked up one of these in his videos and I saw it at the car boot maybe just a few weeks later, so picked it up as well. Didn't take long to sell, maybe about a week and a half to sell. Easy sort of £15 to £20 profit in these ones. Another cool Nintendo 64 item. This is an original bag, just a storage bag for the console and a few games. This one sold for £21 plus postage. I paid £4 in the charity shop. They actually had a controller with it. They wanted £9 for the 2 of them, but the controller wasn't a genuine Nintendo one. So I just asked them, I don't really want to buy this because it's not worth anything really. Maybe a fiver on eBay, but not worth my time. So I offered £4 for the bag and they took it. Next we have this Tigger Bouncer for babies. It's actually made by Munchkin, which is quite a well-known, there you go, I don't know if you can see that on the label, Munchkin Disney. It's quite a well-known baby brand. This just goes in the door frame, baby sits in there and has a little bounce. £12 in that one, plus postage. That only owes me £2. These ones here, they're all bagged up. These are little Minecraft figures made by Jazzwares. I paid £4, I think, for a little Lego head storage tub with a load of Minecraft figures inside. The storage tub will sell for about £7 to £10, and the figures, I knew there was some money in them. I got £14 for these ones. So plenty of profit in that, £4 invested, hopefully around £15 to £20 overall profit. Oh, we've just had a live sale. Just sold that there, which is a Subaru RC Car. This one, it's been sat around for ages. I'll just grab that now quickly because it's right here. There it is. Paid £10 for that one at the car boot and it's just sold, I think, for £32 all in. Next up we have this Shut Up Legs Bontraga cycling hat. It's quite a cool one. Like I said in the video previously, I was actually going to keep this for myself, but I thought I'll just stick it on eBay. It's quite a nice little hat. There you go. That is sold for £14 plus postage, owes me 50p from the car boot. And another one, you would have seen this in a recent video, I believe. I think I did get this one on film. £2 paid for this one. It came with a number 18. This is a number 20, the Cruso Pan. They don't have the lids, but I sold the 18 for 20 quid, and I've also sold number 20 for 20 quid as well. Very nice clean condition. It was well worth the £2 investment. One of my absolute favourite sales of the weekend, this little Duckula Plush. This is actually from 1989, so very old. Pretty nice condition. The label's a little bit worn on the bottom there. There's a few little grubby stains on it. I paid £1 for this at the car boot, and it is sold for £42 off to America. They paid about £30 postage just to get it there. Obviously, GSP fees are huge money. I don't know why the buyers pay it, but if they can't find rare items like this in their country, then I guess they'll be willing to pay that sort of money. £1 into £42. Very nice and easy to store, easy to pack. Sort of the perfect item to sell on eBay if you can find it. Got these Nerf Guns next. These are quite a rare model, never seen them before. They're sort of the pullback ones. I won't do it now because it's all loaded and ready, but pull back that and it fires the little rival bullets in there. These are sold for 25 quid. Paid £5 for the pair of them at the boot sale. They sat around quite a while, maybe about 3 months, but finally they've gone 25 quid plus postage. Once again, sticking to the same Nerf theme, this is a Nerf Infamous magazine clip. Believe it or not, this is sold for £19.99 plus postage. I do have the gun down here, right there, but I couldn't get it to work properly, so took the clip, and that has sold for near enough the same amount of money you'll get if you had the gun as well. So you probably get about £25, £26 if you have the gun included with that, but I guess people just want the clips, and if they can buy it separately, they will. Got this Pure of Oak radio next with the power cable. Paid £5 for this one at the car boot. Fully working, nice and straight aerial, as you can see, like that. Quite a desirable brand to look out for, Pure, if you can see it at the car boots. A lot of the time I get them home and they're not working properly, so that's a bit annoying, but they do sell spares repair. Luckily this one was working. I had it up for I think £26. The buyer messaged me to ask what's my best price, so I just said £20 plus postage, and straight away he sent an offer of £20. I accepted it. Happy days. And lastly, finally, we're there. This is the final order of the weekend. This one came through I think Friday night or Saturday night. I paid £10 for this at the car boot, and it has sold for £110. I had it up for 140. Somebody offered 100. I counted at 120. They then counted at 110, and I accepted it because £10 paid. It's a brand new Samsonite Wheelie Case. It's absolutely lovely. I don't know how they got rid of it for £10 at the boot sale. That will always amaze me. There's the handle there. Really stylish, really nice and clean. As you can see, the wheels hardly even used, or not used at all to be honest, not used properly. Inside it, it's got all these fancy pockets. I had a quick look on the website, and these brand new go for about 300 quid if you're buying it directly from Samsonite. Obviously this is a bit of an older model, but it's still brand new, so it's not going to reach that sort of high price, especially on eBay. You've also got the original strap there, all wrapped up in its paper still, and all these little whatever they are. So yeah, just signs to show that it's completely brand new. This one did sit around quite a while on eBay because I was aiming for that sort of high price. I think I had it up for like 300 quid at first, then dropped it to maybe 250, and it wasn't getting any interest until finally this weekend somebody sent me that generous offer. Once I had loaded it enough for someone to actually offer quite a generous price. Someone did, and gets it gone, clears some space in the garage. Very profitable item to add to the sort of overall payout. Also, I should mention with payouts, I've now actually, just a few days ago, I switched from weekly payouts to daily. So I'm now getting daily transfers into the bank of the payouts, which, of course, if you have a sale like this in one day, 110 quid, that's my target for the day done. I try and hit 100 every day if I can, but if I can't, then it happens. Like the other day, I had a sort of £300 day, and then the next day I had a £40 day. So it all balances itself out, and don't expect to get 100 every single day, especially being self-employed and the ups and downs of eBay. You really need to put in the work. It's not going to perform amazingly every single day. But I highly recommend it. If you are thinking of switching to daily payouts, do it, because it just really helps with the overall cash flow of the business. You know, you've always got some money to rely on. Like today, to send all this out is probably going to cost me around £75 or £80 in postage. Of course, the buyer's already paid for that postage, but it still comes out of my account. And if you're on weekly, I'll get paid tomorrow. And if I haven't got that money in the account, I need to make sure it's in there. So getting that daily payout just really helps secure the money, and you don't have to go into your overdraft or anything like that. Okay, that's everything. I'll put on the screen here how much the total value of the items was. Very, very happy with the weekend's orders. It's a lot of work. I've got to put in, probably it's going to take me around a good hour and a half, 2 hours to package all of this up. Well, hopefully the shoes will be nice and easy, so I'll start with the shoes, get them all done, and then just hopefully have the boxes left to do all the big bulky items. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.